We all want to make a connection. I'm Valerie Greenberg, the confidence boosting connector, and this is Crosstown Connections on Bella TV. Hey guys, your host of Crosstown Connections, Valerie Greenberg, here with Ray Bouderau, the executive producer of a brand new movie that's coming out with so many A-listers. I'm overwhelmed and excited to talk to him. Hi Ray.
Hey, how are you?
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, so excited. So your new movie is about to be released via Universal Pictures. No big deal. Can you tell us a little bit about it and the amazing cast?
Sure. 3 years ago, last June, it came on my desk. This upcoming June, so 2.5 years ago, and I read it, and I loved it. It's exactly the kind of movie I got into this business to make.
Awesome.
It's it's good, strong subject matter. It's like that whole shining a bright light in a dark place.
There are a lot of cop cars. Is everything all right?
Patrons are staging an action.
The library has not been sanctioned an official emergency shelter.
So now is probably not a great time to come and get my library card.
So come on down.
So 2.5 years ago, it came across my desk. I read it, and I met with Emilio Estevez at that time, who had wrote it, and I loved it. And it kind of took root then. We filmed 2 years ago this time in Cincinnati, Ohio. And then we showed for the first time a year ago, last January, at the Santa Barbara Film Festival.
So exciting.
Yeah, and then that was 2 weeks right after the fires. So it was great to be in that community and showing our film and, showing the community that life will go on. Then we showed it at the Toronto International Film Festival. And made a deal with Universal to distribute.
Amazing.
And after that, and now it's coming out next Friday.
Oh my gosh.
From today.
So exciting. So it's actually coming to fruition. Can you even believe it? It's like, it's here.
Yeah, this is the 7th movie I've been involved in the last 2.5 years.
Wow. You're a busy guy.
But I keep busy enough.
Yeah, right?
But to date, it is by far my best movie. I mean, Emilio Estevez did a phenomenal job. He wrote it, directed it, started it, and he entertained me. I remember the first time sitting there, because you see a bunch of edits, and
of course,
it's like, oh, okay. But then when he was finished, I sat there and I watched it. He entertained me.
And I think when somebody actually chooses to take an actual path that they're so passionate about, how did you navigate that for yourself, and how did connecting enable you to do that?
So for me, I'm fearless.
Love that.
I always have been.
We want to impress that upon people. You got to be fearless.
You got to be fearless. I was a professional bartender until I was 29 years old.
Oh my God, I love that. I love that.
I did 5 years out in the Hamptons. I had blonde highlights and a diamond earring.
Oh my gosh.
I was a party
I knew I recognized you when you arrived.
Yeah. I got into construction in my 30s. Got married, had a kid. Settled down. Became a grown-up.
A grown-up, what's that?
12 years ago, I started a construction company. It went well.
Right.
I built the World Trade Center Memorial. I'm currently building one at Vanderbilt. I've put up some of the biggest buildings in New York City.
Yeah.
But a few years ago, I was like, well, what's next? I'm in
Love
my
that.
40s. At that time, it was my early 40s. And I'm like, well, what's next? And 3 years ago, I got the idea to start this company. And then
you have your own production company.
I do. And then I started meeting with people, reading scripts, meeting with producers and directors. And I made my first movie deal. May will be 3 years. It was called The Clapper. Great cast, entertaining movie. It's on Netflix now. And,
awesome.
And from there, everything kind of branched out from there. You meet people, you make your first movie,
sure.
And then next thing
the journey continues on.
Like I actually met Emilio Estevez for this movie on the set of my first movie.
Seriously?
Yeah, he came down to the set to meet me, and I read his script, and it all just kind of...
See, again, and it's like you guys had a connection, a bond, and then this script and this project came to fruition because you made that genuine one-on-one time with each other.
Absolutely. I have to meet everybody. I'm looking at a movie now. My next movie it's a British movie. So it's going to be filmed in England. And I'm like, well, I have to fly out.
A guy from New York going to England.
I have to fly out to England and meet the director because I won't do Skype. I'm not FaceTiming.
See, I think that's
I gotta
amazing.
meet you. I gotta touch you. I gotta shake your hand, look you in the eye.
Sure.
I'm a little
like
bit old
really
school
meet
like
a person.
that.
Well, I love that, and we want these types of connections that are raw and genuine. That's what we're trying to instill in our audience.
Yeah.
It's not just digital. It's got to be
Yeah.
upfront and close and personal.
Because for me, I'm all instinct. I'm all gut. Like, I gotta feel it. I gotta touch it. Like, and you know, I'll know when it's right.
Sure.
You know, because numbers are numbers. I can
Yeah.
make spreadsheets look like whatever I want them to look like.
Right.
I mean, and you know, and LA is a very funny town because
Sure.
everybody operates from the absolute best case scenario, which absolutely almost never happens.
Right.
But it is about the relationships and enjoying the journey and the people you're doing it with. Because I believe in positive energy. Positive energy leads to positive results.
I'm all about you with that. That's why I'm so glad that you're a guest. So I watched your scene with Alec Baldwin. I mean, what was it like working with him? And you play a cop. What'd you tell him?
So I used to be a cop, actually.
How many lives have you lived? Oh my gosh, I thought I
few.
did enough
A
research
few
on you, but I'm glad we're sitting down and actually meeting.
Yeah, I had some life experience for that role. I was a New York City cop for a minute. You know,
Which precinct?
The 70 out in Brooklyn.
Okay.
That was another life ago. But yeah, and I met Alec on set, and like he's a serious guy. He's a great actor. Like,
Yeah.
You know, it was so interesting to watch him and Emilio work, and like the
I just
cameras
watched
and the
Mighty Ducks,
angles.
by the way, like on HBO streaming. Like he's still the best.
You know,
Come a long way.
He's back in the library.
Right,
You know,
exactly.
20-something years later with a different crew.
Look at that.
You know,
the Ray Boudreau crew. Mhm.
Yeah, the Ray Boudreau crew.
Love it.
And working with Alec was amazing. You know, he's a true actor. Like,
Yeah.
he's a tradesman. Like, he's like serious
that.
about it. But super sweet, nice guy.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, you have Gabrielle Union in this film, Jenna Malone,
Christian Slater.
Christian Slater. Oh my
Love
God!
him.
Remember Billie Jean?
Legend of
Oh
Billie
my
Jean was
God.
like the I mean,
We are young.
you know, pump up the volume.
Yes, dance.
I mean,
I'm aging myself now. No, we
yeah,
love
I
it.
mean, and yeah, I'm not ashamed to say I'm a fan.
Heck
You know,
yeah,
like
me too.
especially I grew up with Emilio, Christian, watching these guys,
Sure.
you know, wanting to be like them.
Totally.
Like, you know,
and now you're EPing their movie and
Yeah.
have a role in it. That's
And
pretty
have a
major.
role in it, yeah.
That's so fun. Oh my gosh. What would you say to people that, you know, do sometimes have that voice in their head that is telling them they're a little frightened? You do seem like somebody who's just embarked on so many different awesome things. What can you do to sort of help them get out of their own mind?
So, you know,
Because I admire that you've just done it.
well, that's
You have to, right?
the alternative is to sit around and think about it forever, and then
right.
it'll never happen.
Right.
I did that in my 20s. I sat around thinking about doing this and justifying I couldn't be a starving actor. I
Right.
needed to work. Nonsense. You know, I wasn't willing. Back then, I'd rather dream the dream than live the reality.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I say, like, success isn't a secret. Work harder than the guy standing next to you, and you got to want it.
Right. Put
you
in
know,
the work. Put in the work.
Got to put in every day. Just keep showing up, and not all of it's going to work out. You know, but I learn more from my failures than I do my
Totally.
successes. And
It's not a cliche, it's the truth.
it really is. I mean, and for me it is. And I show up, I do the work, I try to let go of the results. And just keep at it. Like, just don't quit, and just, you know, constantly try to reinvent myself.
Yeah.
As it were, like, in how I look at things, and try to be fluid with it. Like, because none of it will work out the way I think it will. Very little will work out the way I want it to.
Right.
But it'll all work out, and I'll be okay.
For
You know,
sure.
I'm 46 years old. I'm always going to be okay.
Yeah.
You know, people have real problems. I'm not one of them.
Right. It's like you wake up and you have to be thankful for what you've got right now.
That's it.
And spread good energy.
That's what it's all about.
When you would go to set and you'd see, you know, all these incredible actors, and then, you know, the people that are, you know, extras, and everybody that like wants to get to that level of an Alec. I bet you treated everybody the exact same way. You strike me as that type of individual.
Absolutely.
And how important is that? Because I think that that's
It's
something
very
else
important.
that's, yeah.
Like smiling at the Starbucks girl,
Yes.
and you know, and like saying, "Hey, happy Friday."
100%.
You know, and like trying to like bring that
being
energy.
humble to everybody.
We're all the same. I'm no better
Exactly.
or worse than you or
Love it.
anyone. I mean, I'm just me.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm the perfect version of me. You're
Exactly.
the perfect version of you.
100%.
You know, and we're all in it together.
Yeah, and I'm so glad that you spent time with us. Oh my gosh.
Thanks so much.
Rooting for you. Can't wait to see the movie in theaters. Everybody,
Tell your friends, go see it.
check it
It's a
out.
great movie.